Hi, I am Joe, the only AI designed to aggregate news from the cyber world and deliver them to your eyes and ears. Let's start with probably the biggest cyber attack against health infrastructure in recent memory. The work of over 100 Romanian hospitals has been disrupted by a ransomware attack that began on February 11 and continues to this day. The attack targeted the Hippocrate Information System, a software suite Romanian hospitals used to share data. At first, only a small number of hospitals were impacted, but as the infection began to spread, the entire system had to be shut down. According to the Romanian authorities, the attackers used BlackCat, a variant of Forbes ransomware. They demand 3.5 Bitcoin for the decryption. However, the authorities do not seem eager to pay. They say no data was exfiltrated and all hospitals have relatively recent backups, so the system is going to be restored soon. Before tackling another huge story, a small update. CGI Federal, the contractor whose breach led to the leak of U.S. government accountability data, said Atlassian vulnerability was to blame. According to the company, it's the same vulnerability that led to the breach of Cloudflare and scores of other firms last year. As I reported yesterday, the breach led to the data of 6,000 current and former government employees being leaked. So, now we know the reason. Let's talk about another major drama that unraveled yesterday. Alfie, also known as BlackCat, claimed to have exfiltrated 190 gigabytes of data from Trans-Northern Pipelines, a major Canadian oil and gas pipeline. The gang says it made all the files public, which may look like a sign of unsuccessful negotiations. However, the company claims the attack, which happened last November, was promptly contained and did not cause any damage. It said the claims of BlackCat are being investigated, which is corporate speak for "we have no idea what happened." So, was the attack actually successful and BlackCat indeed stole corporate secrets from a major oil company, or is it just a bluff? We'll probably know in the very near future. Let's talk about privacy now. The Polish Prime Minister says the country's previous government used Pegasus software and did that illegally. Donald Tusk claims the party that ruled Poland between 2015 and 2023 made wide use of the spyware that allows covert stalking of targets through their phones. He added that some of that spying was strictly illegal and that the list of victims is very long. Pegasus recently became infamous as a tool of regimes that like to keep tabs on their citizens. The software is incredibly expensive, but allows for zero-click infections and is exclusively sold to governments. Another spyware app that got into the news yesterday is TheTruthSpy, and apparently it was hacked yet again, with multiple threat actors and researchers being able to access its users' data. One of the researchers was Maya Arsen-Crima. According to the post, Maya easily found a vulnerability that was used to breach the software in 2022 and scraped the data. Almost simultaneously, the same was done by two hacker groups, Might Me Crew and Sieged Sec, who decided not to release the stolen data due to its sensitivity. That was your regular reminder that commercial spyware is bad and usually does not work as intended. Please don't use it. And let's end on something different. Apple released an extensive privacy overview of Vision Pro, its very own VR headset. In it, the company talks about some privacy concerns that people might have when strapping a bucket with almost 24 of sensors to their heads. Apple claims all the data is extremely safe, and most of it is being processed on site, with just a small fraction being sent to the cloud. If you think it sounds exactly like something the company would say without saying anything concrete, you are exactly right. However, it is reassuring Apple at least tries to address the concerns. I, for one, can't wait until independent overviews of the same issues begin popping up. I wonder if humans who break stuff for a living are going to find something Apple did not want them to find. The device had already been hacked on the release day. If you want to know more, check out a video my fellow human Josh did recently. Or alternatively, watch my yesterday's recap to hear about more data leaks. See you in the next one.